All right, we're rolling. Two Planker Podcast in Ryan Barrick's RV again at that young ski bum. Thank you very much. He required me to say that so we could do that in here. So today in the show we got Chris Bechtold. And Chris, what's up, dude?
Just hanging out here on Lolo Pass, man. Enjoying our time in the woods here at Mount Hood. Absolutely. Mountain Hood.
Yeah, so I told you I had my first question prepared.
I think I know what it is.
Where'd you get the Instagram handle like Rectile Chris Function?
That's not what I thought you were gonna ask at all. Dude, literally I think I was on like a family vacation or some shit, like down in Florida. And I was like scrolling the gram. And I was like, yo, like my Instagram handle's so whack. It used to be like just C-Bechtold or some shit like that. And I was like, this is super whack. I gotta have something cool. Or like something like with my name in it, like a play on words. And that it just came into my head. I was like, yo, money. Perfect. Like really random, yeah, but I just fucking thought of it out of nowhere and ran with it.
Yeah.
It's been that for like since high school. Some point in high school, I don't know.
Is it ever weird telling people, like, hey, you're sick, man, what's your Instagram? You're like, oh, it's an erectile dysfunction joke.
Dude, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. Like, people probably don't expect it.
Yeah.
Probably just expect it to be a name or something, but yeah, it's pretty funny. It gets some laughs for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's how I wanted to start this one out, dude. It's just, it's too funny, dude. It's too natural to call you Chris Function at this point. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the thing I learned about you at the campfire the other night. Dude, this is your 12th summer at Hood, and I think I held you off a little bit from talking about it at the campfire, but let us have it now, dude. Like, how did you end up spending 12 summers here?
Yeah, so my first year, like, skiing park, that's like once the season ended, like that spring, I was watching, like I found Windell's videos from like the summer before or something, and would just like run those up and watch all these Windell's high cascade cuts, and I would like show my mom, be like, Mom, I want to go to this camp really bad. And like obviously like I didn't really think anything of it, but I just like wanted to show her, and I was like, yo, this would be so sick. And it was pretty expensive, so my parents like searched around and found MHSSC, Mount Hood Summer Ski Camps. And so I was fortunate enough, shout out to my parents for that. I was able to go there for a week that first summer in 2011.
So how old were you for that
12.
one? 12 years old, yeah.
Yeah, my mom was probably a little nervous letting me get on a plane, fly across the country, but it was all good. She was down with it, and I just fucking cruised on out there, went to camp for a week, and then I think I did 2 years there, and then started working there, so I could like I didn't make any money, but I was like camper staff or counselor in training, and just like got to go there for free pretty much. Had to pay for flights, but super mellow.
Yeah.
And then I stopped working in it had to have been 2015 or 2016, I think. Yeah, 2016. I just started coming out here camping, so this is shit, don't judge me for my math, dude. This might take me a sec. 20, what did I say? 2016, 4 plus, it's 2023, 7 years?
Yeah.
7th year camping.
Damn, dude. So did they ever want you to get more serious, like more involved, since you had the camper experience and you had the counselor and training experience, like
MHSSC?
Yeah, or just like anything up here. Like, you're around so much, you're probably meeting every single person that lives up here.
I did coach Windell's that one COVID summer.
Yeah.
And so it was like 2-week day camps. It was super sick, honestly. Like, just got to come out for 2 weeks and ski at Hood. And at the end of it, the guy Mike like wanted me to stick around and offered me an academy job, actually. Like, so I would have like done what Tofalof does and just like coach Windell's Academy. But I didn't want to do it because I'm trying to ski street right now.
Yeah.
So I like told him like, yeah, I'm just trying to ski street. at the moment. Like in the future, that would be fucking sick. But
yeah, dude, that's good. It's something you can put on the back burner for now.
Yeah, hopefully. And like I got coaching in high school a little bit, and like my coach was like one of my biggest inspirations ever. Chris Marks, shout out to him. He's the fucking man. But yeah, I would like love to do what he did for me for other people. That'd be super sick.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's so sick. So that's the Mount Hood backstory, how you ended up out here. Before we transition though, like when people started coming out here, were you the head that they turned to and they're like, yo, Chris, what do we do? Like, I've never been out here before. Like, were you the expert at first?
No, Shane Cashin.
Yeah.
Homie I grew up with. He is the fucking G. Love you, Shane, if you ever listen to this. I miss you. Yeah, dude. He had come out, because he's like a few years older than me. He was a senior in high school and I was a freshman. So like when I was still in high school, him and some other homies came out here for spring pass, and I had only done summers at that point. Yeah. So like my first spring pass was with all these homies who had done it the year before, maybe like a couple years before, and Shane was always camp counselor.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
But he's not coming around as much nowadays, so I guess I took over the role.
Yeah. Well, dude, so you got your chance to shout out someone. I'm gonna shout out our first friend that we had in common. So shout out Grant Harris. Yeah. He's listened to every single episode. Best friend forever, dude. And he was like, yo, when I started the podcast, he was like, yo, do you know erectile dysfunction? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, our moms are first cousins. Like, I've known him for a while now. He's sick. And I'm like, oh, word, I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, like our grandmas were sisters. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
we're I think it's second cousins. I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, and I forget where we first met. I think we met in person here last year. But then the first time we chilled was the level 1 Railjam at Bush.
Well, we skied together. Last year, a couple laps. You, me, and Will D. That was a blast. Dude, that was a sick day. Yeah. That was fun.
So, dude, the level 1 Railjam up at Bush. Yeah. And we'll talk more about Bush, dude, because we gotta. Well, there's some things to talk about, but yeah, exactly. So, dude, tell us about the level 1 Railjam at Bush. It was the first stop. Yeah. Coming to your home, what is it called?
Home mountain at this point.
Yeah, home court. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Dude, it was really sick. That was a super dank contest, honestly. Like, shout out to level 1 for that. It was super fun. Yeah, I don't know. They had a sick setup. Bush made it super dank. Had some new features that the homie PJ, he like does all the welding or most of the welding now for Bush Parks. So like he made a bunch of new rails last summer, and then they like threw them all in for the first time people had hit them was like in this Railjam, and that was super sick. And let's see. Level 1 was like Connor was hosting it, and Connor's the fucking dog, dude. He's sick. So that was fun, and just kicking it with all the homies there. I skied really good for a little bit.
Yeah, well, tell them about
made finals.
Tell them about your goal for it, like, and what you wanted to do with the money.
Dude, it was $4,000, and my car had just shit the bed, so I was like hungry for it. I was like, yo, all right, $4,000 is on the line. I gotta win this shit. So I like tried to go super hard. Skied really well in qualifiers and the very beginning of finals. Like I stomped my first few hits in finals and was doing really well, and then I got caught up trying this like Wally 2 thing and just got smoked. I got bodied. I like came up a little short, smacked into the rail, fully slipped out and just back tacoed this thing, and then like bounced off my back taco onto my head and just like skied down my like fully vertically on my head for a sec. Yeah, it was a good slam, dude. Definitely super fire slam.
It was scary, dude. We were watching it from the sides, me and Will and a couple of other local guys, and not chill. Yeah. It was not a chill slam.
Yeah, I had some gumption trying that one, but hey, dude, the cash was on the line. I wanted it.
Yeah.
And I was all good, I'd bruised up my leg pretty good for like a week, and then I was good to go.
Yeah, I mean we could leave it at that unless you want to talk about the. But
there's no there.
All right, we'll cut it. We'll cut it. It's funny though. So, dude, we're talking about bush. We got to talk about the new term I learned while I'm up here. What are bush hands, dude?
So, I'm not the expert on this. So, there's people who would be better to ask than I would. But, from my understanding, Brewer and Christian Franchino, like, at some point started doing this thing with their hands, skiing no poles, like in their landings. And they had it dialed. It looked good. Sometimes maybe a little OD, but like Brewer and Christian Franchino, dude, those guys are so sick. Like I love both their skiing, both super good homies, good dudes. And people really started to mimic it. I think, like, young Groms who would grow up there watching them really fucked with it. Kind of, you know, like, jack their style a little bit, and it's just a little out of hand now. No pun intended there, but, yeah, dude, it's, some kids really violate their landings nowadays, and it's a little bit much. I wish they didn't do it, but it's all good.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to throw a clip up like as an accompaniment to the episode to show people.
Dude, I could find you a clip of Morgan so fast. Like, Morgan, I love you. You're the homie. If you listen to this, I'm sorry, but there are a couple clips you have that is. You can find. You met Tristan, right? He commented on it on one of his posts. Bush hands are absurd. And it's like a pinned comment on his post because he lands and just like, dude, it looks like he's like doing some sort of prayer or something. It's insane.
Yeah.
Super dope skier though, super good dude. But some of those bush hand landings, man,
they're terrible.
They're not my favorite. Teach their own, you know, but yeah, it ain't me.
So dude, just on the topic of bush, we got producer Ben here if he wants to offer any insight on a bush topic.
I don't know if Ben's ever skied bush. You ever ski bush? No,
never.
Dude, so what's the general bush vibe right now? Let's do like a status check on bush. Like what are the happenings? Are you guys aging out, or are you guys like, are there Groms coming up that are taking over the park, or are you guys still
Nah, dude,
still
we're
running
on top. Yeah, Keith Stannon's on top, bro. No, there's some super sick homies for sure. Not too many. Like I would think. Sam was telling me at one point, he like pointed out to me, he's like, there haven't been like any real die-hard skiers like come to the Burlington colleges in the last few years, you know?
Oh yeah, because there used to be a ton, dude.
For sure. And so I think I haven't really noticed any people who are like trying to pursue skiing come into Burlington, like move there from somewhere else since like I guess Dan would be the last, and then it was like you know, Jackson, Sam, Stack, all those guys, and then me and Andy. Andy moved there for college too. I just moved back home because I was getting a little done with Salt Lake at that time, and I probably wasn't living the most sustainable way in Salt Lake either. So,
dude, YMR crew too. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and there was like the Deus homies.
Yeah. A lot of same dudes.
Yeah, there were some sick homies at Bush, and most of them left like the season or two before I got there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like the Harringtons were gone by the time I got there. So those were some MHSSC homies from back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
Those guys were sick.
You lived in Salt Lake City for a little bit?
Yeah, 3 winters I lived there. I lived in Park City my first year there.
Yeah, so give everybody that lowdown, because we kind of skipped over that, and I think I remember when we were first talking about this way back, somebody mentioned like how you went and lived out there for a while, and then you're back in Vermont, so yeah, give that whole story.
So basically my junior and senior year of high school, I went to boarding school at Vermont Academy, and we skied Okemo, and our coach, Chris Marks, he had coached like the 4x9 homies who came out of there back in the day, like Andrew Holson and Dale Talkington. So he was like a super legit coach, like coached some of the illest skiers ever. And sorry, here we go. Fuck, dude, I'm so cooked. Sorry.
Chris coaching all the 4x9 guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Here, you keep that away from him.
No, I'm gonna need that back. it ain't the spliff getting me. Let's see. Yeah. Fucking A, dude. Alright. I went there. Marks was a super legit coach, blah, blah, blah. He sent me and Andy, like, so Ollie, Andy's older brother, was pursuing filming, so the school, like, allowed him to do this kind of, like, definite bullshit program where he just did online school for the winter and lived in Utah. And Andy and I got to do it our second years there, and Andy did it junior and senior year. I just did it senior year. Yeah, they let us just go move to Park City and do school online and, dude, like, fuck off. Yeah. And I would, like, not do anything, dude. Like, I didn't study or anything. But I was a good student. I had good grades at that time. But I, like, would not study, and I would just, like, I had to go into this weekly test and, like, do a little quiz, and I would just guess it every time, but I, like, was nailing it every time. So I was like, all right, this is working. I don't want to fuck anything up and, like, start studying and then start failing. So, yeah, I just, like, literally kicked it for a winter in Park City and, like, skied every day. And, like, did a quiz every week. And then, I moved out there after graduating high school that next fall.
So, no college?
No.
What made you move back home?
Salt Lake probably wasn't the best for me. I also was just getting sick of it. I'm not a city guy, you know. Grew up like this is my shit, dude. Out here in the woods, like yeah, Lolo Pass campground. That's my true home. Camp kid.
Yeah, total camp kid.
Camp kid. Camp head, riddle head, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, what was your question?
So you just weren't feeling it in Salt Lake?
Yeah, and I had got into street skiing when I moved out there, and
who were you chilling with out there?
I lived with my buddy Sam Kelly from back home, Big Ben, who's sitting here.
Yeah.
Sam Horton, homie from Flagstaff, Arizona, super dank skier, doesn't ski anymore. Then he was a super dank snowboarder, doesn't snowboard anymore, and he super dank tattoo artist now. Big homie.
Yeah.
Where's the fever go? What?
Stand by. Stand by. We're shutting the studio door. Perfect, dude. Anyways, you were listing the homies.
Listening to the homies?
No, you were listing them, like who you're living with.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, Big Ben, Sam McKay, Sam Horton, my homie Ol Spence, and Noah Spangler from Juneau, Alaska.
Yeah. And was there anything...
Dude, I meant to call him today. Alright, I'm gonna have to get into some service when we're done, give him a shout.
Yeah, dude. So was there any event that prompted you leaving, or like lease ran up and you were just over it?
No. So, like I said, I got into skiing street, and we were supposed to make a video for Noah Spangler's old company, NSL. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
He made super dank shit. You want to hear that? Yeah. He made like shirts and hoodies and stuff, basically, and he would like do these drawings, and then he had a screen printer and everything, and he'd just like screen print his drawings onto clothes, and he was super sick. I think he just like lost not really even motivation. He just like got into a more like actual graphic design stuff, and like that's what he's doing now. But we were trying to make a video for his company, and it was me, the homie Ben Marmer, dope snowboard homie, Shane Cashin, and Sam Horton, and we did like 1 year of filming, and like didn't really have great footage. Like we didn't travel or anything. We just hung around Salt Lake. Probably took way too many moles and like didn't really motivate hard enough. But so the next year we're like, all right, like let's film a 2 year project. It'll be sick. And no one wanted to do it except me and Benny Marm, so it was just the two of us for a whole year hitting spots. Like, I think Ben would tag along from time to time, but like, it was just the two of us, and it sucked trying to hit spots with two people if it's like, there's a lot of elements going into trying to get a good clip, and with just two people it can be very tricky.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, build, film, worrying about speed. But it was sick that we like made a full natty speed, or almost a full natty speed parts. That was cool. We had like a winch and a bungee the year before, but
yeah. Big Ben, is there any stories from Salt Lake that he's gotta say?
Oh boy, there's lots. There is definitely lots.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a good one.
What is a good one? On Hill Tube.
Yeah, we used to bring the mold tube up to Park City all the time, and just like, I don't know, we'd ski for like half the day and then like go eat lunch in Guac Alley. It's like after the jump at PC. There's like this little alleyway in the woods, and you just like, there's like this little hump you can sit on, and maybe like there's a log there or something, I don't know, but yeah, we'd bring the bong up there and just like take a bunch of moles during lunchtime, get super baked, go skiing.
Kind of.
Yeah, kinda. Probably way too cooked to ski.
Yeah.
Obviously Gaper Day and
Gaper Day was super dang Frank. Dude, I didn't know you weren't supposed to throw snowballs at Frank, so I just like sat on top of this hill and just was chucking snowballs into this massive crowd of homies. And I was my homie Kyle had a life-size Gingy from Shrek costume. Sorry, I'm like getting congested here. And I was always that for Gaper Day and Frank, and so I was sitting in this gingerbread man costume, like throwing mad snowballs at this huge crowd, and this dude in a T-Rex costume came out of nowhere and just like tackled me off this hill, and we just like started rolling down this hill, and he's like just like rubbing snow in my face and shit. Like, I don't think he was actually pissed, but like we were just having a good time, and then my buddy Bayard hopped in and like helped me fight off this T-Rex. And that was sick.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Wake up to go to class every morning for Chris, drinking beers still from the night before.
Yeah, a lot of beers at that house for sure.
So
what a time.
Did you mention where you're originally from?
No, I don't think so. I'm from like, I grew up in New London, New Hampshire. Okay. It's a town like right near Mount Sunapee. New Hampshire, Lake Sunapee. I like grew up on the lake there pretty much. My grandparents had a lake house, so I spent, before I lived there full time, I spent every summer there, so I've pretty much lived there my whole life. Yeah, so super dank zone. Kinda not as much anymore, but used to be a sick spot to grow up for sure.
Yeah.
Not much going on, no nightlife or anything, but like looking back on it, kind of deal, where you growing up, you're like, oh damn, this sucks. I wish we could fucking go and do something, go somewhere. But looking back, it's like, yeah, that shit was sick growing up there.
Yeah. So when you moved home, did you move back there?
Yeah, briefly, I did. Damn, dude, I'm so cooked. I never even finished talking about like why I moved back east. I'm sorry.
No, dude, I tied all that together.
So, let me get back to that though, real quick. Yeah. So making that street part with two people was just like such a force, and we did make a video. It's called Waste of Time and Money, NSL. It was like really bad and way too long and like not good, but we had some decent riding in it. Like, still one of my favorite clips I've ever gotten is in that video. But yeah, my homies Jackson and Sam, who were living in Burlington, had made a video that same year, and I watched their video, and then I watched our video, and I was like, damn, that shit was way sicker. Like, we're just hitting all these classic fucking Salt Lake spots that's been, like, everyone has hit these things before.
Yeah.
And then I watched Jackson's video, or Sam made it. It's called Hit This For Me. Everyone should watch it. It's Sam Putnam's like his first video that he made, but it's him, Jackson, and Christian Franchino. Super sick.
Damn.
But yeah, there were just like so many spots I had never seen hit before, and I'm like, damn, like, dude, I should just fucking move back east and ski with all those guys and like actually try and do like make a career of street skiing, you know? So that was that. Moved back, and I'd also ridden bush a couple times like that season. Like I'd gone back to visit family and friends and whatever, and I would ski bush and always have the sickest day. So like, yeah, dude, bush was kind of calling my name being back there, and then skiing street, and I'm really glad I did. You know, got a good thing going over there. So
yeah. So it was like that first return, that time of your life when you're first moving back there and getting up to Burlington. Like, you already had friends up there living in Burlington?
I don't live in Burlington, so I had moved back home to New Hampshire for a little bit, live with my parents, and then my girlfriend Raina and I, she's watching the dog right now outside here.
Shout out Goobs.
Yeah, shout out Goob, shout out Raina, love you guys. Fuck, dude, what was I saying? God damn it.
No, you moved back home.
Yeah, moved back home to New Hampshire, and then Raina and I now have a spot in Rochester, Vermont. Super sleepy little town, nothing going on. There's like a little gas station. The grocery store just went under, so there's no more grocery store. It's super funny though, because that grocery store sucked, dude. It was like you would buy something there and it'd go bad the next day, and like it was way too expensive for the shitty little grocery store it was. They had like no good selections ever. Always be out of shit. Off-brand English muffins and all that. No Thomas's English muffins. Bullshit. Yeah, so fuck that grocery store. Good riddance.
Dude, so talk about the stand crew. Like, give us a little bit of history of the crew, dude. Because I think you're the first member. I mean, we did the Anytides episode, but we didn't really talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about the crew a little bit.
Word. So, like I was saying earlier, when I moved back east after watching Sam and Jackson's video, Andy Hobbito, one of my good homies, one of my best homies, he was living in Salt Lake, not with me, but like at the same time, and we moved back east the same year. So we started skiing street with Jackson and Sam, and then Zach Massey and our buddy Stack. And that year we just made a video called Update ... Yeah, like I don't really know where the names come from for this shit, but we weren't like an established crew that year. Like, we just put our video up. Talty Dan put it up for us on his YouTube and on his New Schoolers, and then the next year we were like trying to come up with names, and Sam made an Instagram page called Used Car Loans, and like that was our crew page, was just called Used Car Loans, and I thought that was sick, dude. We probably should have kept that, but we called our next video Stand, and then we were just Keep Standing. And I don't know where that came from. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Me and Andy wanted to call our video some blitzed shit, like fucking Dram's Wonderful Lovely Time with his friends, or some stupid silly shit. The Dram Deluxe Special. A nice 5-course offering. But we're coming up with good names for the next ones. We got some good names for the next vids.
So how many videos have you guys put out so far?
3. Yeah. We did Update ... We did Stand and Hypertunnel.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hypertunnel
Yeah,
was awesome.
I'm hyped on Hypertunnel, dude. That one was really sick.
Want to talk about that a little bit? Tell everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of just like the process of, just like the season, highlights, lowlights, all that stuff.
I went to Canada for the first time that year, and that was super dank, going up to Quebec City. I hit a good amount of spots in New Hampshire. That was super sick. Like a few spots. Like I'm just really into hitting spots that haven't been hit. You know, like that's so much sicker. I don't care what you do. just like go hit something that's never been hit is like so much iller than watching a classic spot that someone's already done a fucking two to switch on, or like, I don't know, maybe Luke O'Brien did a super elusive there or something, but like, don't go do that. Don't go hit that spot, you know. No, shout out Luke O'Brien, he's a homie, but he spins a lot. You can cut that out too, but
you guys are always making me blur stuff out. I will bleep it for you, but it's so much
no,
funnier.
I don't really
if
care. He knows, like, that's my dog. He's fucking awesome. I love Luke.
But he just spins a lot.
Yeah, it's just not my flavor of skiing, you know. Like, we're very different skiers. I want to see someone, like I said, hit a spot that's never been hit. Go do that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dude, let's just stay on that for a little bit, because first of all, for everyone to know, Chris is a great campfire guy, which is why me and Ryan are calling him the camp kid, because he is totally the kid growing up that comes back to school in the fall and is like, yo, I love all my camp friends. I can't wait to go back to camp next summer. And he knows all the songs and the riddles and the games.
Dude, I only know Little Red Wagon, I swear. I might. If you threw one out, though, I might know it. What's another camp song?
There Was a Great Big Moose. You know that one?
I don't think so.
He liked to drink a lot of juice.
Oh. Damn, it'd be so lit if I recited it word for word right now. I don't think I know it.
But anyways, getting back on topic. You were talking at the campfire the other night, and you just hate big spins, dude. You don't like big spins. You don't like...
Yeah.
I think, what'd you say?
Or, dude, if you do, like a really insane pencil spin and put it in, like, a cut of you just slamming. Like, let's say you do, like, a back 1440 perfect edge catch shit whip. Like, that's sick. Like, if you're gonna do a big trick and slam super hard, then that's dope. But, like, I don't want to see you lace it. Like, I'd so much rather see you eat shit than lace some stupid ass trick. But, like, if you're going hard, like, trying to chunce a double and, like, hit your head off the takeoff, like, that's insp, dude.
Yeah.
That's inspiration right there. But, no. Like, I want to see, like, what the skiing I actually, like, get inspired by is, yeah, like, pretty simple stuff. I like just watching people who look good.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this a little bit closer to you.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So what's the highest degree that somebody should spin off a rail?
270.
And what's the highest number of swaps somebody should do while on the rail?
0. Don't do that. You get like a back surface or like a back swap, and I don't know. I'll even do some swaps sometimes, but like I don't care for swap tricks really. I don't know. Am I blowing it out?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just putting a comfortable distance for you. And then same thing in the air. Like if you're hitting a jump, what's the highest degree spin you should do?
0.
No, what is it for real? Because I see you spinning.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I like 900s a lot. 9s are sick. I've never personally spun over a 10.
Yeah.
But like, no, I'm impressed by people doing like dub 16s and whatever the hell they do. Excuse me.
But you still like to watch it.
It's like I will. It's just not my favorite, you know? Like, I'm not gonna go watch it again, probably. Like, I'll watch it once. I'll typically probably watch something. I'll try and watch it once. I turn off some stuff for sure.
What's something
like
you turned off recently?
Things I can't get through. I can't get through some skiing.
Like, what's something that came out this fall where you watched a little bit of it and you're like, you know what? Not for me. I'm gonna turn this off before it really gets going.
What was definitely Onslaught. Like I think I watched Mason's part and then was like, all right. Like I only really wanted to watch Mason's part because I fucking love that dude.
Yeah.
So and then I don't think I watched any more of that. It was like 40 minutes or something. I'm not gonna sit through and watch 40 minutes of something, dude. Fuck that. Yeah, the other movie I wasn't too down with was E. Cook's video from the fall. I just don't think jumping over a plane and winching over a plane is not really a spot. No disrespect to those fellas, but yeah, that wasn't it. Sorry, guys.
What was other end of it? Like, what was your favorite clip from your guys' video, and then we could talk about other videos you were hype on.
My favorite clip from Hypertunnel?
Yeah.
Sawyer does this line where he slides this like wooden deck thing right foot forward and then slides a rail with like this closeout gate at the bottom of it left foot forward and like hops over the gate. And Sam filmed it like so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably let's see.
You were super bloodied up in one of your clips, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
Yeah, that was our first time in Quebec, dude. This homie, Derek, Dookie Doobie, on the gram, he's like this Quebec skate homie. And we just like rolled up to the spot and he just started like, came up to us, like saw we were in ski gear and like got super hyped and came up to us like speaking mad French really fast. And we're all just like, yo, like, no parle français, you know, like we don't speak French. And then he's like, oh, okay. And like just started talking in English and then like was like, you guys are looking for a spot, come with me. And like showed us this jump that he built for his snow skate. And like he wanted to hit, like he initially, I don't think he ever did, but like it would have been so sick to hit on a snow skate. It was like this jump over a fence and like probably like a, I don't know, like a 10-foot, it wasn't that big, but like 10-foot drop to this like walkway. And then so like there was another fence on the other side of the walkway. So it was like this step down over this double fence walkway zone like into the woods. And I looked at it and was like, I really like front flips. They're just like, they're really fun. So like I kind of like doing them in the streets. And I was like, dude, this would be kind of sick to front flip off this. And it had like rained the night before, a couple nights before, so there was mad crusty. And everyone's like, all right, like, yeah, like go stomp out the landing and then you're good. And I was like, no, I'm not stomping out the landing, dude. Like, I'm trying to lace this up first tee. It'd be sick. They're like, dude, like, you haven't scoped the landing. You don't know, like, what it's like. I was like, dude, it'll be chill. Like, I got this. And I did. I laced it up, but, like I would have landed it, but I punched. It was, like, so crusty, but then, like, so much snow underneath it, I just punched through the crust and immediately, like, just nose dove through this, like, pretty thick layer of crust. And just, like, cut the fucking shit out of my face. And then I was like, all right, like, that sucked, but, like, I got it right here. And then I did the exact same thing again the next hit and just, like, ruined my face for a few days. But, yeah, it was all good. I ended up getting it, so.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Did you guys do like a premiere for that?
We put it in the level 1 premiere.
Okay, sick.
That tour they were doing, when they came to Burlington, Connor put it on for us.
How was the reaction to that? Like, not just your clip, but just the whole thing.
Everyone, I heard a lot of people say that they enjoyed our video the most, which was, like, they're probably biased because they're just, like, homies and shit, but, yeah. Dude, Sam really killed the editing. Like, he made that, like, our clips in that video as sick as they could have been.
Yeah.
You know, like, or, like, made them, like, edited them just, like, so nicely to look the best possible, I think.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you had given me all those clips and said, yo, Chris, make a video project with these, like, I'll tell you, it would have turned out a whole lot worse than it did.
Dude, I'm just trying to remember back to that video. I remember his opening clip, Jackson just staring, mean mugging the camera. Is that?
No, that's the very end, dude.
Okay,
the opening clip is him jumping off this parking garage in Portland, Maine. Yeah. It's like there's these red windows, and he just bomb drops out of it. Sick. Yeah, into this snowbank, and it's super dang. And then he does mean mug the camera, because that's what he does. Yeah. It's super silly.
Shout out Jason Dorm, dude.
Yeah, Jason Dorm. Jason Dorms. Something like that.
Dude, so what about this year? You guys film?
Yeah.
Anything to look forward to?
Yeah. Dan's clips, dude. Dan has sick clips. Andy has sick clips. Stack has sick clips. Sam's got sick clips. Duram got fucking played. I think he's got a couple clips. I have some clips. Yeah, definitely look forward to Dan skiing.
Do you guys have a name for it yet?
We have some ideas.
Anything fried?
Yeah, of course.
You want to give us a little hint of something? You know, what's something that you'd throw out there? Just, you know, hypothetically, if you were naming the video.
What did I come up with? I came up with some good stuff. I always forget this kind of shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come up with some good idea and then just forget it for sure. But we wouldn't go with what I chose, probably. So if I can remember, I'll let you know. But I can't think of what I would have done.
Dude, and for everyone to know, Timberline is basically Sugarbush this year. Like, it's only bush heads.
Yeah, it's sick.
at T-Line.
That's sick. Now, there's plenty of other homies, but there's a large presence for sure. There's a good amount of homies.
I'd say
Bush
a high percentage of the people riding through the park, at the very least, are from Vermont.
That could be.
And you guys move as like a herd. It's like you're like a tribe that's coming across the plains.
Yeah,
and you guys all stick together.
I'm trying to ski with those guys, dude. Have you seen how slow they're going? It's fucked. I've been calling them out like every time I see them. I'm like, yo, you guys got it. And then they're sitting down for lunch all day, and I'm like, yo,
eating watermelon.
Eating watermelon. That was good melon though. That was juicy. Did you have a bite?
No, I didn't. We were skiing.
Yeah. See,
we were sitting around, bro.
Yeah, man.
Who's the worst offender who's the slowest skier that you've seen on hill? Like who's bringing down the average speed?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I think they're just trying to film and shit and like stay as a crew. But I don't know. They could really use a change of pace there, man. Tell you what. The worst offender, I'm gonna say Junior, just cause fuck Junior. Fuck you, Junior. I'm purposely not shouting you out on this podcast because I hate you.
Dude, all right, let's we'll do a little topic change because the other main character, the other main character at T-Line right now.
I love you, Junior.
Is Goobs, dude. You got this big old bear of a dog.
Yeah. Me and Ray, there he is right now, dude. Yeah, Mr. Gubenheimer. Me and Raina got him July 26th last year, like pretty shortly after getting back from Hood last spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted a dog. I always wanted a really big dog. And I just like the timing was feeling right, and we found him, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, it just seems like you're bringing him on a world tour because I posted him the other day.
Yeah.
And then pretty much every single Salt Lake City citizen was like, yo, I love this stuff.
Dude, homies are so hyped. I mean, he's so handsome, dude. Look at him go. But, yeah, no, homies are hyped on him for sure. It was sick. When I got done skiing, like, I stopped skiing a little earlier because my legs were just starting to get a little tired today. So I, like, had him running around the lot for a sec and, like, brought him over to the snow to go run around. And there were a bunch of homies, like a massive line of a bunch of homies coming down for the end of the day. And Goobs just made sure to greet every single one of them. like he would like greet all the homies, then come back to me, see more homies come down, like run to them and like do laps around them. And yeah, everyone was hyped. So I think he's loving it out here, dude. It's sick having him at camp.
So did you bring him on like a world tour where he got to meet people in different cities? Because how does everyone know him?
Just from our drive out here was, we stopped in Denver, saw some homies there, and then we spent like a fucking week, I think a little over a week in Salt Lake, and just made sure to see as many homies as possible, and everyone met Goobs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's the man.
Well, dude, we'll get some more behind the scenes on you. How are you taking 3 weeks off of work? What do you do for money?
Right now, nothing. No, I'm a bartender. I've been doing it for like 3 years. I think almost 4 years. Yeah, almost 4. And my bar shuts down in, like, for stick and mud season. All right, so for people who don't know, like, we have in New England, you have stick season is the fall, like November, when all the foliage is over and it just looks gloomy and there's no snow or anything yet. And then no one does anything that time of year. It's just a shitty time of year. It's cold and, like, terrible. Yeah, so no one does anything. So the owners of the bar go on vacation. And then we close for mud season, which is before, like, spring has started springing.
Yeah.
Nothing's blooming yet, and it's, like, still gloomy, but the skiing's over, and all the snow melted, and all the roads are just fucked. And, like, because there's a lot of dirt roads, and so people don't go out then either. So right before I came out, I had time off because they closed down, and then I just, like, was like, yeah, I'm going to Oregon again, so
yeah,
I won't be there when we open back up. And then I actually was, but I worked, like, one weekend and then came out. So they're just working without me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you, like, a mixologist where you're actually crafting it, or are you, like, just a glorified beer pourer?
No, I went to bartending school in 2019. I'm a certified mixologist. Yeah.
That's lit. What's dude, what's the hot drink right now? Like, you see someone come in and they're ordering this and you're like, everyone's ordering this.
Like, the thing I like making a lot, and I feel like I make a really good one, is an old fashioned.
Yeah.
But, like, that's not, you know, it's not that hard a drink to make. But you can do them, like, a classic old fashioned is, like, you take the sugar, you probably know, you take the sugar cube and the bitters and muddle that together and then mix in the bourbon. But then you can do a muddled old fashioned, which is, like, instead of a sugar cube, you do orange and like a slice of orange and a cherry, and then the bitters and simple syrup and muddle that together, and then mix the bourbon in with that, and that's super fire, like, compared to like a classic old fashioned. So I always make those.
Are those popular?
And I think they're better. Yeah, the in fashion is like just like a classic, like not a classic. It's like a signature cocktail at the bar I work at or whatever. It's like just on our menu. It's just you replace the simple syrup with maple syrup. Dude, and people fuck with those super heavy. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I honestly don't drink that much liquor personally. I'm a can guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of a sober Sally, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't drink too much. Just actually thinking about taking the night off tonight.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's happening considering we're going.
Considering I got a beer in my hand.
Yeah, and we're going to the Vermont party.
We're going to the function tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll be drinking tonight probably. I mean, I already started. I will be for sure.
Yeah.
Dude. We're gonna have to have a detox after this vacation, though. Like,
absolutely,
yeah.
Dude. What are you guys doing after this?
After Hood?
After Hood, yeah.
We're just gonna go back home. We'll go to Bend, leave from there, back to Salt Lake, go see all those homies again real quick, then probably go back to Denver, visit those homies again, and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of mirror our way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so I feel like we got the whole Chris picture. I want to pull a trick up my sleeve. Could you go grab Anton? We'll have him do a viewer question because he was dying to get in on this.
Okay.
Unless Big Ben's got anything
Sick.
that he wants.
Ben, let's hear a viewer question.
Our Gaper Day video, dude, when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
Or split the banana.
That's a good one.
Or you really split the banana on that one.
Yeah, dude. When I was.
What up?
Split the banana on that one. Who said that shit, dude?
Charlie Baker.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I miss Charlie.
Yeah, me too, man.
All right, so before this goes too long, we got Anton in the cut. You want to tell everyone who Anton is? Because he's the character of camp, dude. I love this kid.
Anton Eden. Is she yelling at Goobs or me?
No, you're good. You're good.
Anton Eden, we got him sitting here in the flesh, baby. He's a good brother I grew up skiing with at Mount Sunapee.
Hell yeah.
Homie from Mass.
Anton, first of all, say hi to everyone.
Yo, what up, everybody?
You got a viewer question for Chris? You got anything you've always wanted to ask him?
Yeah. What inspired you to ski?
Good question, brother.
Dude, nothing really inspired me to ski. I gotta throw some thank you to Big Ben here for this one.
Of course, dude.
I do.
A legend.
I was snowboarding, dude. So like growing up, I started skiing when I was like 7, like very recreationally. You know, I'd go like a couple times a year, go rip around, and I did that till I was like 10, and then I got a snowboard. I was like super hyped on snowboarding, and was like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna be a snowboarder. And sucked really bad, but I still loved it. And then Big Ben here and this other homie, they were like my brother, like older brother's friends.
Yeah.
And they like convinced me, Big Ben and Bobby Murphy, they're like, yo, like throw your old skis on and like go try a 3. And it was way easier than doing a 3 on a snowboard. So I was like, yo, like this is kind of sicker, dude. And I just started skiing.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
You got any more questions for your man here?
That answer your question, Anton?
Nah, dude. I
Were you
just
paying
love
attention?
You, bro. Yeah, I was kind of paying. I just love you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, we're going to go back and enjoy the campfire. Chris, I'm glad we got this done, bro. Thank you very much, bro.
Do like a real one sometime.
That's not
Like-
a real one.
This is pretty real, but we'll definitely do another one at some point.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, boom. There's the Chris episode.
Boom. Thanks. wait. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude. It was great having you on.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you too, dude. That was great.